All right. Good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. It's the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host, the MOD Uptown. MOD, what it do, fam?
What's happening? What's happening? What's going on?
Not much, fam. Who That
Y'all
Nation. I
know
hope
what
you
week it
guys.
is, man. Y'all know what week it is, bro.
Okay, Who
Mm-hmm.
That Nation. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your work week. I definitely am. Pretty sure Uptown is. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and go to the comment section, and as you guys know, as the show goes, your comment will be highlighted. See the OG in the building, giving us shout out. Shout out to the OG Jerry.
What's going on, Jerry? What's happening with you?
Okay, so this won't be a long show tonight, but we definitely gotta do this preview show on the fail clowns. Just a little chirp before we get into X's and O's. Um, you guys know that the Falcons, they started off pretty decent, but now they're actually 3-7. So if we win Sunday, we would no longer be in the bottom of the division. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Given on how our season started, we might not even finish last in the division. So that just tells, man, it's a long season, with all of our teams.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, it's not how you start. Sometimes it's how you finish.
Right.
That's important. I must admit, when I saw them early in the season, I thought they might have had something. I was like, okay, they look like they may have a little something this season.
Right.
But of course, that didn't pan out because they are the Falcons. So they will find a way to screw it up, and that's what they did. Now this game is very interesting, but that's all I want to say for right now. You can finish up with the intro and all that. You do your stuff, CV. There's
Okay,
plenty of time for what I want to do.
I'm gonna read this comment, then we can go ahead and get into our discussion. Shout out to Latasha Holman 3394. Welcome to the podcast. Who that to you as well?
Yeah, who that? Who that, Latasha?
Okay, man. So we can go ahead and get right into it, man. We're gonna start on the Atlanta offense versus our defense, and we're gonna start off there because we will be going up against Kirk Cousins this week.
Mm-hmm. Your Disney
Michael
cousin.
Penix went out. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit more concerned with Kirk Cousins versus Michael Penix. To be honest, because Kirk Cousins done had our number for years. In Minnesota, he had
Uh,
our number.
yeah, but inside that Terror Dome, he's 1-3.
That's true.
Okay, so he ain't been trouble not inside that dome. And okay, if you say experience wise, I think we would have to be kind of look at Cousins and be serious about him like that experience wise. But as far as the talent that I've seen so far between him and Penix, they're the same dude. In fact, I may say Kirk might just a little bit better than Penix,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
think
just gonna
Kirk a
base
little
it
bit better.
on his his experience. But that's not much better. We ain't talking about like that ain't no high ceiling we talking about here.
Right.
He did get benched for good reasons. You know, it wasn't like he didn't have a good reason to get benched. And maybe perhaps we can get him into some of those things, that caused him to get benched in the first place come Sunday.
Right.
I think the defense can do that, man. I mean, not only is Penix going to be out, They ain't got your boy Drake either.
Oh, Drake hurt. Okay.
Yeah, Drizzy Drake is hurt. Yeah, he's
Okay.
not
So.
playing Sunday either. All they got is Bijan and Algiers, who I must admit we haven't done a good job on them too within the past. With Algiers, it's been the past 4 5 years.
Hmm.
I don't know why we act like we can't tackle him sometimes. And just recently with Bijan. But if we can concentrate, in fact, I mean, we can kind of, since Penix ain't around, since London ain't there, what they got, Mooney and Kyle Pitts,
Yep.
um, we can almost apply the same game plan that we did against the punk ass Panthers. Stop their run game and go after their quarterback.
Yep. If we can zoom in on Bijan, because they gon' if we being effective in the run game, they gon' put them out wide.
They
They're
got to
gonna do
game
that
tackle him.
anyway.
They
They go.
game tackle his ass
Yeah.
because he's slippery, he's slick,
Yes.
and he has some little slick power about himself too. You know what I'm saying? Gang tackle him. No one dude should be tackling him at no time.
Right.
Take him out and make him no factor in the game. Force them to rear back there with that statue and throw the football. And let's see if Granderson and Young can go at him and get him. And we can mix in a little bit of Alante in there a little bit too, throw some of that in there too a little bit, to go after him. Let's see if we can do it. Line it up and see what it do. You
Right.
dig?
I want to shout out these two comments right quick. Shout out to RG Vernon in the building. What up, y'all, and F the Fair clans up there. Yeah, fam. We trying
Yeah,
to get
that's
that
the sentiment.
W,
That's
man.
the sentiment, RG. We agree with that.
David Miller, shout out to you. You said you like the Saints. Imagine I like the Cowboys. Baby, you guys suck 33-9. It's crazy. Well, we rebuilding, man. I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now. So I mean, I'm not gonna say we suck. I'm not gonna say we
Well,
suck.
well, well. The Cowboys suck, and they got one of the most well-paid quarterbacks in the league,
Franchise QB.
and wide receiver, and your stupid ass let Michael Parsons go. That was y'all bought that pretty much on yourselves. Kick rocks.
And shout out to Stephen Taylor. Let's go Broncos. Broncos. Cause shout out to y'all, man. Y'all got a Hall of Fame coach in Sean Payton.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
not but
yeah,
respect.
are you talking about the New Orleans Broncos?
Yep, cause that's exactly what it is.
Huh?
Troutman up there, Adam Prentice.
I mean,
They
they got Will Lutz.
yep.
I mean, they got all our coaches too and all that. Yeah, you're welcome. New Orleans Broncos. Stop it.
But I'm rooting for y'all, man. I want y'all to get that AFC
Yeah,
win.
but they cool though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against Sean Payton. Is my dude.
Yeah, trust
You
me,
know,
he
we
put
we
us on the
cannot.
map.
Saints fans don't even try it over here, bro. You're not going to get us to hate Sean Payton. So
Oh,
that ain't going to work. You know. But y'all are the New Orleans Broncos, though.
okay, so back to our defense. Okay, so our front seven need to make a stop. We need to shut down Bijan in the run game. Him and Algiers. In the past game,
That's
Mooney.
where it starts, CB. That's where it started in at.
Yeah,
That's technically that's their only weapon right now.
because Cal Pitts, I thought Cal Pitts when he first came into the league, I thought Cal Pitts was gonna be an animal because he was an animal. And where he come out of, Florida? Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, that's where he played at. And I
I
thought he
thought he
was
was
going to be
gonna
an
be an
animal too.
animal.
And now I'm seeing after being playing with so many other different quarterbacks and all that, right? I don't think it's the quarterbacks. I think it's him. He just ain't got no dog in him.
Right.
That's what it is. Or maybe he's just, I think he's the type of cat that would leave the Falcons and go somewhere else and ball, like a lot of they dudes do. I mean, that's been happening to them for forever. Brett Favre, Deion Sanders, Andre Rison. I can continue and go on and on. I can clown y'all ass because I can't stand you more. Ooh wee. You know I can't stand them more. You know I can't stand them more. Ooh, you know CB. You know, because they just straight trash. Boy, y'all better not lose to Tyler Shook. I'm going to clown y'all ass.
And I thought Atlanta was gonna give Tampa a run, and it's looking like Carolina. I didn't expect Carolina to be like this. We beat them, and I didn't see nothing really
They got swept
spectacular,
by the
but
punk ass Panthers.
yeah, got swept. Shout out to the Nola Talk podcast. Shout out to Kyler Gray. He said, "What are some of the keys for the Saints to be victorious this Sunday against the Falcons?" Well, on the defensive side,
Well, we were talking about the defense, and then I went off on the tandem. That's my bad.
oh no, you good, you good. Some keys, like we talked about, we got to stop Bijan. So we got to stop the run. We got to stop Algiers. We got to put pressure on Kirk Cousins, and we can't let guys like Daryl Mooney because he's
Or young
able,
Mooney, some
yeah,
X factor
to
out
get
there,
behind us on
to
defense.
get behind us, and although we talking stuff about Kyle Pitts, we can't allow him to have no type of career day or nothing like that.
Right.
Because he's we can say whatever we want about him. He does have ability. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? And if you're sleeping on him, you understand you might get caught out there bad, down bad. Now that's what we started off with our defense on the offense. By the way, my man Nola Chop. And now we're going to talk about our offense on their defense. Now,
Okay, so
uh,
we can go ahead and start with Shuck. Let's just start with Shuck. First game in the dome. He trying to turn up for the city. He gonna come out there. He trying to
I
turn
think
up
he's
for the
trying to.
city.
I think he's trying to do it too, Brian. I think Tyler trying to act. If I'm in Tyler head, and all the stuff I've seen from Tyler so far, I think he's trying to act bad Sunday. I think Tyler trying to act bad. And I must admit, since he didn't said all the right things, he didn't ingratiated himself all with the Who That Nation. Now,
Right.
if he ingratiated himself with the Who That Nation, he gotta understand that we do not like these motherfuckers. We can't stand them. You understand? Never did, never will. They trash. They fan base, all of it, all that suck. We don't like none of it. Going all the way up to their damn owner, Arthur Blank. We can't stand these dudes. He got to know that. He
Right.
got to know what a feather in his hat that would be for him to go in there and kick the Falcons' ass.
Agreed.
You understand? I mean, look, any real quarterback or any real New Orleans Saint want to put it to the Falcons' ass all the time. I mean, we suck right now this season. But if we put it to the Falcons' ass, that'll be good, just as good as if we won 10 games.
All right. Now the same way, the same ones that supported Shuck, because he's gonna need a supporting cast to help him out. AK shirt. So he showed really this is the most burst I seen AK have this year. In Carolina when they played Carolina. So
But
um
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how to approach that because AK always cut them to the white meat. I mean, he just loved playing Carolina.
right,
Him and Alante Taylor. So that's what I gotta approach it like that. Now he's had some great games against the Falcons before, and he had some not so great games against the Falcons before. You know, so if they can just continue to run the ball and dominate, I think maybe they found something within their chemistry within those last 7 minutes or so in that game against Carolina. Because we never gave the ball back after that, right? Carolina didn't get the ball back. I mean, we drove down there. We probably could have scored on them, but we end up taking a knee. You know, if they can do that smash mouth like they did at the end of the quarter, you know, especially if they can get a running game going, that will help Tyler out so much. Those dudes too, man. I gotta say this. I gotta admit that um, on the edges, um, the Falcons is a little bit more talented on the edges than what they normally would be, in past years. Although it's not really reflecting anything as far as being on the scoreboard and all that. Um, our tackles, Banks, and if Taliesin is playing, they got to play, and be in position and all that, man, because they do have some good people, some pretty good guys, young guys too, coming off the edge.
right. And don't they got the James Pierce from that came out of Tennessee?
Yeah, and then they have this other dude too, right, that people don't really talk about, that Nick Scranton, that came from Texas A&M, you know.
Right,
So they got some young dudes that I've seen play on the edge, even though it was in college. I haven't really saw them play, in the pros yet. But I know that those dudes were some good players and stuff in college. I got a chance to see them. So they got to be about their business too with that, and keep in mind too that Shook is a rookie, and Raheem Morris is a defensive, a defensive guy. So I know he's trying to dial up something, to try and draw some confusion and stuff, with Shook and all that kind of stuff. So I hope that Kellen Moore, and Nussmeyer and all them, is able to really coach him up so that he can, read his keys and all that, so he won't get fooled by anything they're doing on defense this weekend.
right. And I see this comment by RG Venom said, if he hadn't already, I think Shuck should spend some time with Breeze and pick his brain, especially about the Falcons rivalry. Well, you got Demario and all of them in the room. Hopefully, they done already told him about the rivalry. Hopefully, the rivalry was already explained to him as soon as he put on the New Orleans Saints jersey.
I'll
During that
be
off
at this
season,
at this point in time, I'll be shocked because this dude, like, remember, right? Y'all gotta remember when Shuck got drafted, man. The first thing he went to Dragos and ate at Dragos. You know, then he went driving around the city. You know, that ain't he didn't do stuff. I mean, he really tried to ingratiate himself with the city of New Orleans, you know. And then when we drafted him and we didn't draft Shadur Sanders, you know, he put out a tweet and said, you know, I would die for y'all on the field. So I would reckon that he knows who our rival is and how and what the pulse of this city is, you know, concerning this game. You know, because I
Right.
think that I actually think too that he took the assignment too last week. I think he knew that we didn't like the punk ass Panthers. I think he knew that. You understand what I'm saying? And he understood the assignment and went out and did what he had to do. That man trying to win a job right now. He trying to make it. He trying to make it where the Saints will be not don't even think about wanting to draft a quarterback in his upcoming draft. This is serious business right here. This
Yes.
this gonna, this gonna be the difference. This is the difference between him being the Saints franchise quarterback and eventually getting a bigger bag, you know, and him just being just somebody or whatever. And he got he got the perfect opportunity, and he's kind of rare, man. I mean, stuck, man. It's like isn't he like 6'4", something like that?
He's
Six
six
five,
five. Six
6'5".
five. Yep.
Man, we ain't never had a quarterback that you know with that kind of statue, you know, big dude like that, you know, that can look all you know over the line like that and see. Remember, you know, we had Drew Brees. Sometimes Drew Brees used to have to be on his tippy toes to see over the damn line.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he got a great opportunity, man. Like, look, Shuck, just by if in case you may run across our video, it would go a long way with Saints fans if you was to beat the Falcons.
Yes. Far as
It
like,
sure
especially
would.
with the fan base, I'm telling you, the respect level it's gonna shoot up. It's gonna shoot up, man.
Yes. And we got our little, you know, we got he ain't the only one, man, that's just facing them. Kelvin Banks, this your first time?
Yep.
This your first time Jonas Sankir?
Yeah.
This your first
Quincy.
time Quincy Riley? This your first time Stutzman? This your first time Devin Neal? We can't stand these dudes. They some bums. They some suckers. You understand? And they always have been. Let's just go on and just put them out of their little misery and stuff, and you know, and shatter whatever little dreams that they had, even though they've been shattered, you know, weeks ago. They shouldn't even have no dreams and stuff because they suck.
And they suck. And they also got their franchise, quote unquote, franchise QB, franchise running back, and we still on their heels like this. We still on their heels.
Yeah, and those
That's
was the
that's
cats that used
atrocious.
to tell us that when Drew Brees is gone, we're gonna do this, and when Drew Brees is gone, we're gonna do that, and you ain't do nothing. Y'all suck, and y'all always have, bro. I can see why people dip away from y'all and all that, this, that, and the third. I can see why. I would leave y'all too. It's a damn shame. And y'all, you know, okay, now your boy injured now, but for the most part, y'all been healthy all season and everything. So you can't use that as no excuse.
Right.
That's why we need to go it on, man, and stick our foot all up in their ass and have them start thinking about, you know, rethinking some of the decisions that they made around there. They the ones that went there and got, paid 150 something $1 million on Kirk Cousins after laughing at us for paying $100 million and stuff on that used car. He was laughing at us. Ha 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 ha. And then the next season and stuff, they do worse than us. And then they double down. They
Yep.
gonna get Cousins and then draft Penix. That's hustling backwards.
And they signed, didn't they? They gave Cousins the bag the same off season they drafted Penix.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wild.
And that's hustling backwards.
Yeah.
Because like now you still got all this money. Usually what people do is you draft your young quarterback. You don't have to pay your young quarterback right away. You improve the team around him, In the meanwhile, you get the necessary free agents, you draft the right people, and all that kind of stuff, and you improve around him without having to be hit with that big ass quarterback salary, right? Now, if your quarterback end up being that dude, then you go in on and you give him that bag. You understand what I'm saying? And then by then, right, you should be at least be a playoff contending team. Looking like you can make a run. Your window is open. You understand? But all their money is tied up into Kirk Cousins. And even on the bench and stuff, they don't even want to play him really. And if Penix wasn't injured, he wouldn't be in the game. But that's hustling backwards. So then when Penix come up, then you got to give him the big bag if you still want to keep him. You understand? So then you still gonna be having all kind of money tied up into one position, the quarterback position. I mean, y'all just dumb. I mean, dumb, 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 dumb. And it's hard to believe, man, that they general manager used to work for us. Because Mickey ain't even that stupid. I mean, Mickey ain't even that dumb. I mean, Mickey dumb as shit now. Don't get me wrong, though. No, you understand what I'm saying? But I don't think Mickey is even that dumb to do that. That just don't make no sense. And then pretty soon, right, they gonna have to break bread with Drake, right? Drizzy Drake. Then they gonna have to break bread with B. John.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, boy. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Couldn't happen to a better team, though. Couldn't happen to a better team. Oh, man. And keep in mind, right, Falcon fans, if any one of y'all listening to this, right, whether we win or lose Sunday, it's still not going to change with y'all position and where y'all at right now in the league. Everything that I talked about earlier still remains true about y'all. You
Y'all got
understand?
y'all's franchise. Y'all got y'all's franchise QB. You got your running back defense. You brought in some young pieces, man, and you still can't. You still can't even compete in the division. You don't let the Carolina Panthers sweep y'all.
And this was supposed to be their year. You understand? I think what's this? A second year with Raheem and all that, and you
Yep.
got Penix, you got Drake, you got Kyle. You just put little young pieces and stuff on your defense. Y'all was ready to make a run, and early in the season, y'all was looking like y'all was that dude. But what proves that y'all wasn't that dude was when y'all went there the first time y'all played the punk ass Panthers. And you got blew out. Y'all left out there with a donut. You understand? And I was like, no. Good teams, even if you do lose, you ain't gonna have no donut. You understand? Y'all left away with a donut. And then y'all, I guess y'all thought, oh, that's just some one-off, man. That's what they were just lucky or whatever, right? And this, that, and the third. And then they come back and do it to y'all again. And let me tell you what's so crucial about it, CB. Little Bryce passed for 400 and something yards. He tore their ass up. The same little Bryce that we left last week with a 60-something quarterback rating. The week before that. Little Bryce tore they ass up. Boy, y'all, boy, boy. Oh, boy. Man, let me tell you something, bro. Falcon fans who I know, y'all know me. Y'all know how I feel about y'all. I ran y'all ass off on YouTube a long time ago. Don't get beat by Tyler Shook. Don't get beat by Tyler Shook.
Oh boy. So what we gonna do?
Don't get beat by Tyler Shook.
Shout out to Abby. He said Radio Raheem is Dennis Allen level bad as a coach.
Yeah, them two, bro. Yeah, man. I couldn't even believe when they hired him, bro.
I'm saying they
You know what
got
I'm
pieces.
saying?
They not no rebuilding team. So this is just who they are, man. Just who they are.
Man, they just got to come to the realization, man, that they franchise got some kind of mojo over it. I think we put that mojo on their ass too. Y'all know we the city with the where we can do the little mojo, little voodoo and all that shit on you. That's what we did on y'all, right? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been the same, brother. As a matter of fact, man, you know the Falcons ain't been the same since 28-3. They ain't been the same since that, man. They haven't shook that stink, you know. They haven't shook that, man, at all, and it lingers with them, man. It stays with them, man. It gets inside their soul. You understand? We took, man, and we had a spiritual revolution on their ass. You understand? When Steve blocked that, you understand? When Steve blocked that, y'all remember that? When Steve blocked that was a spiritual revolution, man. The Who That Nation was revived and been strong, and we've been strong ever since then. We've been strong ever since then. And we couldn't have did it on a better team to start our spiritual revolution on. It couldn't have started with a better team. Yeah, y'all remember when Steve blocked that? Yeah. Man. Come on, Tyler. Boy. Let me
Shout
tell
out
you
to
something, bro.
Gundam. Shout out to Hemisphere. Gundam got a question for you, Uptown. Said Uptown question. You worried about Coach Moore playing being too passive? I guess he mean a play calling being too passive.
I don't think he's gonna be too passive, man. I mean, I didn't think his play calling was passive last week. When you hit Chris Olave, you understand, straight fly pattern up the sideline, what 62 yards? That's not passive at all. And if you notice, bro, if you looked at the PFF grades and stuff, Tyler was not being passive. Tyler was going up the field. Tyler was looking to get up the field. He wasn't doing no little dump off stuff. He dumped it off a few times and stuff, right? But he was getting the ball up the field. So I don't think that's what Tyler want to do. I don't think that's what Kellen Moore wants to do. I think they want to try and get the ball up the field, get ourselves in favorable field position. The main thing about us, man, we have to learn how to start scoring in the red zone. Kellen got these big dudes, you understand? Got that big tight end. We got Divine Vele. You know, we shouldn't be stalling out inside the red zone. And that's the place where we need to run the ball at, on the most too when we get down there. We need to be committed to running the ball, with success inside the red zone. Because our red zone numbers is awful this season. Awful. I think we may be 31 or 32 in the league when it comes down to red zone offense. We've been scoring on the big hitters and stuff like that. And things like that. We ain't been scoring on no proficiency and stuff from the red zone. And that's something that Kelly Moore is going to have to fix about his coaching. Once the team get down there in the red zone, you should have some money plays, man. At least 5 or 6 money plays that you can run down there and variations off those plays. You see what I'm saying? That you know that you can get some scoring from, with the right personnel down there too. That's what was aggravating me and stuff earlier in the season when we was getting into the red zone. And I was like, man, why don't he give the ball to Kendra? And then he don't give the ball to Kendra. He do some shit, some stuff with Elvin Kamara, some fancy Dan, or something crazy. Like, remember we got in the red zone against Buffalo, and he gonna try to do the little razzle dazzle pass to Spencer Rattler that got intercepted. Do some efficient plays in the red zone, man, so we can come up with some points. And not no field goals and all that either, man.
Right.
So he gonna have to, figure that part out, because that is that's a problem. That's a noticeable problem of his offense right now. That they suck in the red zone. Yeah, I see what Hemi said. Yeah, he did say he did some self-scouting. And supposedly the whole team said they did some quote unquote self-scouting. We're gonna see what that appears like on the field. I know they did say that like before last week's game that Demario Davis told them, to pay attention and read your keys and stuff like that before that game, started. And apparently that's what those dudes did, And I'm thinking too, right? Like I told you, like we said in the post-game show, CB, I think now they are finally, I think they finding out the nuances, of Brandon Staley's defense now. It may have took them a while, to find it out. I mean, even though these dudes are pros, when you're playing in the style of defense that you haven't played in quite some time, or who knows, some of them may have never played in, 3-4 defense and like this or whatever, right? You're gonna have to find your footing. There's gonna be some adjustments. You may not be doing some of the same things, or you may not have the same keys. You may not have the same reads that you had when you was playing in the 4-3 defense, and the defense that they was playing in wasn't really all that conventional either when they had Dennis Allen, because it was really like a 4-2. The only two linebackers that used to be on the field all the time was DeMario and Pete.
Right.
So you have to do something different. You have to adapt to what's going on different. There's different reads, there's different keys and stuff like that. So I think that they had to get their footing. Now, the true test with this particular game right here, right? Now, I'm gonna be pissed off if one thing happened, right? And regardless if we, I don't even like to say it like this, but regardless if we getting pressure or not. I don't want to see Quincy Riley or Kool-Aid back there getting beat, especially when there's no Drake London back there. You understand what I'm saying? I expect them to be sounding whatever they're doing, to guard their yard. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing about them getting beat. I don't want to see them getting beat over the top. You know, understand? Or being all out of position and all that kind of stuff or whatever, right? This is one game that I just absolutely would not go for that foolishness. And I know that they should have a pass rush, is vital to that. But I'm thinking that even if they don't have really, too much of a heck of a pass rush, I mean, are y'all gonna let Darnell Mooney have a career day on y'all and all that? I mean, what the hell? You gonna let Kyle Pitts go off on y'all? And I mean, what that don't even sound right, none of that. What I'm saying. That's why I'm like, they gotta play, bro. They gotta play, and they gotta go out there and ball, man, and guard their yard. Guard their yard. That goes for that Justin Reed dude too, man. Who I can't stand that dude, bro. But that goes for him too. And Sankir, y'all gotta, take care. Ain't no way in hell y'all should be letting this dude throw the ball all the way, throw the ball all over the field on y'all. And if that dude mad, shame on y'all. Shame on y'all.
Yep.
So that's how I gotta go down, bro. And Shook, man, just read your keys, man, and all that, Shook. And, sometimes you're going to have to take what the defense is giving you. I expect them to put, what's that dude name? What's their number one corner name? Terrell?
Yeah, AJ Terrell.
Yeah, I expect him to probably shadow Olave. Maybe this is the breakout game for Devon Ville. Maybe this can be his breakout game this weekend. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Even though we don't like this dude, I think he might have a big game, bro, this week, man. I think Juwan might act bad because we always did have tight ends that act bad on the ass, bro. You understand? And also too, bro, Taysom Hill always have a good game too against the Falcons. So,
Right.
there's a lot of things in play here, bro. But I sincerely think that they probably gonna put AJ Terrell on Olave. They may even roll over coverage and stuff over the top because I don't think AJ Terrell can't keep up with Olave either. He ain't got the speed to keep up with Olave. So they probably gonna roll somebody over the top and all that. Bailey gotta act bad. Juwan Johnson gotta act bad. Taysom Hill got to continue being the Falcon killer that he is. What more can I say, bro? Let's get it.
Yep.
I'm
Devin
excited
Neal.
for it, man. Let's do
Devin Neal
it.
gotta compliment AK. Just like you said, AK, he haven't had his best of games against Atlanta. So yeah, he definitely got to step up. But I think we can be victorious Sunday. I just know Kurt, he has had our number at times. Um, we gotta keep him on his toes. Gotta keep him.
Vegas got us favored, bro. Who would have known? I think this is the first game all season we've been favored. I don't know if I like that or if I dislike that or whatever. That don't really mean nothing to me no way. You understand? Whether you favored or not, it don't mean nothing. But they got us favored nonetheless. So we're gonna see what they do. I'm excited to see this game, just to see, how he gonna come back from the last performance he had. I don't know if I expect him to get 282 yards and stuff again or whatever, 2 touchdowns or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't. I really don't know because we didn't have such a small sample size of him till I don't know what to expect. I don't know. He could be a Dow Jones quarterback for all we know. Up, down, up, down. We don't know that yet, you know. But this game, since it's his third game, it will be his third game. I think we can then get a determination to lean one way or the other, in terms of his performance. Not saying that this game would also define him as a quarterback, but at least we will have a bigger sample size after 3 games to see what kind of way, and what kind of projection, he's going, which direction that we can see him going as far as him being, a quarterback in the NFL. So the Rams game, we lost his stuff, and well, I don't think, and we didn't lose the game. We didn't really have anything to really do with that, because we barely even had the ball that game. This game, we won this game, and we won this game largely in part to him. You understand? I would say very largely in part to him. We won this game. And the defense did their thing too. Now, this next game, we make a determination on, is he really a killer? Or is he a killer in waiting? Or is he not a killer at all? We'll find out.
That's true.
We'll find out.
Well, Uptown man, you got any final thoughts before we wrap this show up?
Yeah. If I didn't already say it, the Falcons suck. And I'm trying to be PG tonight. Y'all see I'm trying to be PG. Because I can really, really get foul on y'all. Because I don't like it. I can't stand y'all whack asses. I don't like your team. I don't like your coach, your owner, your GM. I don't like your fans. Y'all suck. And I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying y'all suck until I take the dirt now. Because y'all trash. And you always have been trash. And your fans is trash because they can't see your trash. And that's your problem. Saints fans can say, oh, we ain't that good. Saints fans was like saying, Saints reporters, Saints whatever, was saying this season, I don't think we're going to be that good. But even when y'all know y'all trash, y'all think y'all going to win the Super Bowl and make a playoff appearance and all that stuff, and you're garbage. Straight garbage. You try to do everything like us. You name your stadium behind us and all that. You try and duplicate our personnel moves. You go taking away our players, our front office people. You do all that kind of stuff, to try and improve that trash bag ass team that y'all got. That will never amount to nothing. I told y'all that years ago. And CB knows it. CB knows it. I told y'all that over 10 years ago. That y'all wasn't going to do shit. That y'all wasn't going to have. I told y'all before the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, I told y'all that the Eagles would win the Super Bowl before y'all trash ass. And now they didn't win 2. Y'all gonna always be trash. That's our stadium over there. We own that. That's all I have to say, man, because if I say any more, I might not be PG anymore. You understand? And I'm trying to be really, really PG because J- I asked Jerry, who I despise the most. Everybody knows it. I can't stand y'all trash ass. I can't wait until we put our foot in y'all. Boy, y'all better not get shook. Don't get shook, boy. Boy, don't get shook, boy. I'm telling you, boy, y'all better not get shook.
Y'all better not let Shook turn up, man. And I got a feeling he about to turn up for the city.
I got
I'm
a
supposed to
feeling
be
too,
at
bro.
this game.
This probably the game he wants to win more than any other game.
Yep.
Because y'all trash. Been trash, gonna be trash. If they win a Super Bowl, CB, we gonna be in our 80s and shit. Trash ass. Shut up, man. I don't want to hear nothing else about y'all trying to be like y'all good and stuff. Stop it, bro. Every time y'all say it, it's a lie. Y'all ain't gonna never be good. Never. And boy, y'all better pray, hope, pray big, big that Tyler Shook ain't the truth. Because if he is, you know what that mean, right? Huh? Just like Juvenile say, we about to bounce back. And we know how to do it because we did it already before. We see Penix. Yeah, we see him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he but.
yeah, we see him. Yeah, we see that.
Oh man.
Y'all back right where y'all always have been. And he's looking worse than Meg Ryan. You understand? Boy, y'all better hope, pray, pray that Shook ain't the truth, boy. Because if Shook the truth, y'all gonna catch hell. And y'all gonna catch hell. What he 25 now? Let me see something, right? Y'all gonna catch hell for the next 14 seasons if he the truth. Y'all ready for that? We are. If he the truth, CB, the next 14 seasons, we're having for the next 14 seasons. With Calvin. We'll probably have Calvin for the next 12. He probably bounce after a couple of years or something, whatever, after we picked up another Lombardi or something. You understand what I'm saying? But we'll have Kelvin, we'll have Taliesin, we'll have Devin. You understand? But we're damn sure if Tyler the truth, we'll have him for about the next 14 seasons. And he can retire when he's all, 30-something years old then? Be 39, almost 40. Retire like, Brett Favre age. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They better hope so. Y'all better hope so. Because that means it didn't take us that long. Y'all to be like, damn, man, I know. Because I remember they used to tell us that. You heard them say that before, CB. Oh, when y'all get rid of Drew Brees, y'all ain't going to be
Gonna be
without
at
Drew
the
Brees.
basement dwellers.
With Drew Brees, Brees, and we done kick y'all ass with everybody, other than Drew Brees then. We beat you with
Simeon,
Trevor
he caught red
Simeon.
with you.
We beat you with Jameis Winston. We
Trevor
beat you
Simeon.
with Taysom Hill. We beat you with Teddy Bridgewater.
Trevor Simeon stepped in and caught some red.
Yeah. We always beat y'all because y'all trash. And that's all I got to say about their raggedy ass. Let's go, CB.
Definitely appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all who that nation for tuning in. I seen there was some more listeners that tuned in, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Some of y'all had some jabs, but like a Colts fan, for an example, you're a bandwagon because your Colts team ain't been hitting on nothing until this season. You didn't know who your franchise QB was going
A
to
Colts
be.
fan in here? A
No, it
Colts?
was a Colts fan that came in. That's a bandwagon because last year you didn't even know if Richardson was gonna be your franchise or not. So you was lucky that you lucky your GM brought in Daniel Jones, due to the Giants getting rid of him, and now
Colts
you
fan.
might have your guy.
Colts fan. I got 2 words for you, bro. Tracy Porter. Remember that?
Probably wasn't born. This probably a little Pee
Well,
Wee.
well, that's still on their resume. Tracy Porter. Look him up. All right? And shut up, bro. Tracy Porter.
Tracy Porter.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
Yeah, who that nation, man. Oh, glad y'all was able to tune in tonight, man. And who knows, man? If we got time later on this week, man, we might try to do something where we can
Yeah, we might come
open
back
the
on
phone
here and
lines.
drag for the Falcons ass again.
Yeah, just have a fair clown smoke session. Open up the phone lines. You guys can, you know, get your rant off because I know you guys, you know,
Man,
you
I don't
want to.
care what our record is, man. The Falcons is trash.
If we beat the fair clown Sunday, we not coming in last in the division. And I didn't think I
Not,
would
not
be
only will
saying
we
that.
not come in last, bro. I don't know if you know too, bro. Right now, I think we number 4 or 5 in the NFL draft.
Yeah, if we
And if
continue
we
to play,
continue doing what we're doing, bro,
yeah,
I'm telling you, bro, we're gonna mess around and be out the top 10.
yeah,
A lot of teams suck this season, fam.
yeah,
That's just our luck. But it is what it is.
yeah.
All right,
Listen,
Who That Nation. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get it.
all right, who that nation? Like I said, just be on standby. We might be coming back later this week to have a Phil Clown smoke session. You heard Uptown. Like, subscribe, follow the page. Appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. This the WDN Chatline podcast, and we're out. Who that?
Who that, baby? Fuck the Falcons.
For life.